Making a massive mistake. I'm due to book on in half an hour, and as soon as they can't raise me at home, they'll come looking. They know everything I did and where I went yesterday.
Where were you before you came here?
Where? I was at the hairdresser's next door. Well, sort of. I'd lost my voucher for 20% off. But I came here instead. Mr. Johnson's friends and neighbours know he's missing, you know.
Listen to him, Jenny, please. The police are involved now. It's out of your control.
Let me ring the station, and then we'll sort everything out.
Do you think I'm stupid?
No, it's not a case of that. I just don't think you realise what you've got yourself into here. You've kidnapped someone at gunpoint, and now you've got a police officer at gunpoint. It's all just got out of hand. Give me the gun, eh?
Shut up.
They are, kid. What do you think, matey?
Smart. How did you manage this overnight?
Oh, let's just say green fingers, eh, laddie? Green fingers.
Get off. Have you robbed a garden centre or something?
No, I have my methods. So, St. Jackie, like it? Bit different from when they were digging Al Trevor up, innit?
Yeah, but where did them bushes come from?
Let's just say I deserved them.
What do you mean?
Hey, don't you be worrying about it. Right, things to do.
Bloody hell. Where's the garden gone? Do you know anything about this?
No, I don't. What would I want, robbing a garden? Shall I call the police?
And what are they going to do? Hold an identity parade, call in a special branch?
It's funny, that one, Dill. Good one.
It's no laughing matter. If that isn't covered on the insurance, I'm going to have to pay for a landscape firm to come in before I leave.
What, are you going back to Brum?
I mean when I leave this house. Thank God I'll be out of here today. I've got a nice flat in Wapping Dock. A very nice outlook.
Oh, really? Looking onto the river then, eh? Oh, have you got a cleaner?
It's all in hand through the agents, thank you.
Right. So who's moving in then? What are they like?
I'm afraid I haven't found a tenant yet.
But what about my job?
I'll pay this week's wages, but after that, perhaps you'll be able to make arrangements with any new tenants.
Well, how long is that going to be? I mean, you've already sacked me from one job, now you're doing it again.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that.
I would. I'm out of here.
But there's still things to be done before I leave.
Oh, well, you better get started then, hadn't you? Because I'm off. Going to my job at the salon while I've still got that.
Scousers.
Hi, Bing. Doing a good job there, mate.
Morning, Ron.
So these rumours about Corkill are true, eh?
Apparently, yes. The brass neck of the man. After everything he's done, he moves on to the close.
Yeah.
And would you believe, he's approached Max about buying Barry Grant's half share in the restaurant.
You what?
Honestly.
5 minutes ago, he was on the bones of his backside. Now he's buying houses and shares in flash restaurants. There's got to be something dodgy going on there, Bing.
Yes, Ron. But what?
Yeah, well, whatever it is, hope the police get him one of these days.
Absolutely. Oh, that reminds me. Has Constable Coburn been back to you about Mick Johnson?
No, he hasn't. Meanwhile, I'm still stuck with his kids.
Well, nothing much we can do, is there? It's a police matter now.
Yeah, well, it'll be a police matter when I get my hands on him.
Come on! It is only a cat. It's a flea bag, for God's sake. What's it done to scare you? Right. You can stay there, you pest. Jackie? Jackie, come on, love. Open up, will you? I know you're in there. Come on, love. I just want you to see the new house. Kiddo, it's all ours. It's official. Come on, you'll love it. I want you to see what I've done to the garden and everything, kid. Jackie! on.
We must be able to help them somehow. She's our own daughter, after all.
We can't help them at all. They've made their bed and they must lie in it.
It sounds so hard.
Well, you did warn them yourself at the time. Partnership is a risky business, and it's not as though they're going to be destitute. They'll still have half a restaurant.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure Max wouldn't be happy with that Indian fellow, or, God preserve us, Jimmy Corkill. Where are you going?
I booked myself a hair appointment at the new salon.
Oh, Jean, surely you can spare 5 minutes to discuss this.
There is nothing to discuss. We both know exactly where we stand financially. I would like to help, but we can't. And if there is any money left over, I would like us to spend it on ourselves.
Hi.
Oh, hello, darlings. And you don't mind, you? I booked myself an appointment at the new salon.
No, you go off and spoil yourself.
Bye.
Are you all right to cover here, Dad? I've got an appointment at the bank. What you might call an 11th hour appeal for money.
I really wish we could help you on this, Patsy.
Damn banks. They know perfectly well that the restaurant has enough collateral to secure the loan we need, but they're cowardly.
I know. Max was very negative when we spoke, even talking about selling your share.
Oh, it's so frustrating. I know if he had the place to himself, he'd really make a go of it, but if he's got to share it with some stranger, then his heart won't be in it.
Look, if the worst did come to the worst and he felt obliged to sell up, could he get back into surveying, do you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. Still got the contacts. But he wouldn't be happy. Owning our own business is everything we've ever dreamed of.
Afternoon, Jimmy.
Oh, all right. Thought you were the missus for a minute.
Mind if I come in?
Yeah, sure. Come on, help yourself.
Couldn't catch you at the club, so...
Yeah, I was just on my way in.
Did Barry Grant have any associates that had access to the club?
How do you mean, like?
Like I said, people with keys to the club, the office, the safe, that kind of thing.
Not Barry, no. But Oscar Dean and his crew were in and out of there by the minute. Very dodgy.
So Oscar Dean's associates were regular visitors?
Oh, aye, yeah. Ask anyone. In and out of there like a fiddler's elbow. Never knew what they were up to half the time. Mind you, it wasn't my place to ask. Why, is that a problem?
No, no. But in future, I want you to keep them out. Oscar Dean has nothing to do with the club anymore.
Right, I'll make sure they don't set foot in there again. Don't be worrying about that.
Good. Your garden's very nice.
Yeah, not bad, is it? Hey? I was thinking of making a few changes, you know.
So, you're a bit of a gardener, then?
Well, the fella who sold me the house, bit of a green fingers, you know. Worked very hard on that garden.
Really? It all looks quite new to me.
Yeah, well, like I say, he was brilliant. Got a gift for it, you know.
Perhaps I should get him to sort out the garden round at number 5. Oh, you wouldn't have heard. Last night, while I was away, someone came round and stole all the shrubs and plants from Barry's garden.
You are joking. Mind you, something in the Echo the other night about that gang going round robbing all sorts out of people's gardens. That is terrible. Lucky they left you the grass.
Really? Perhaps I should tell the police.
Oh, you haven't told them?
No, not yet. And perhaps I'll mention my suspicions about unauthorised access into the club as well.
Yeah, well, if I get head of security, you know, I'll make sure that doesn't happen again. I mean, I still have got a bit of a chance of getting my old job back, haven't I?
As much as any of the others, yeah.
Oh, is that all?
I can't say fairer than that, can I? Anyway, must be off.
Actually, I was thinking of a change in career. I was considering buying Barry's share of Grant's restaurant.
In that case, we'll be business rivals. If Max Farnham doesn't meet his deadline, I'll be making an offer myself.
Oh, right.
Look, I hope you don't think I'm being too inquisitive, but, where exactly are you getting your funds?
Hey? Oh, one of Jackie's uncles just croaked the other month. He had a few chip shops and that, you know, and, well, me and Jackie copped for the loot. He had no kids. No one to leave it to, you see. Bit of a chip off the old block, you could say.
How fortuitous for you.
Hmm? Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking, yeah.
I do like that little shrub by the side of the fence. Lovely shade of red.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Very nice, that, isn't it?
Just like the one that was in Barry's garden.
Is it?
So, will you be applying for the head of security job? Seems a bit of a backward step for somebody considering a career change. Someone who's come into a bit of a windfall.
Yeah, well, thought I wouldn't bother, you know. Make way for a younger man and that, like.
A very wise decision. I'll take your name off the list of candidates and wish you well for the future.
Tell her, Willie.
Be quiet. I don't want any talking.
Listen to me, Jenny. You've got a Bobby at gunpoint here. They might not know where I am yet, but they'll soon find out. There's no escape, and they'll turn up mob-handed. If they know you've got that thing, they'll be armed. Heavily armed.
You could get hurt, Jenny. We could all get hurt.
I don't care. I've already been deeply hurt.
Look, think about it. Is it worth it?
Oh.
Just give him the gun.
OK, Mick, let's just cool it, eh?
I want her to realise, for God's sake.
Let's just try and keep this calm, shall we? Jenny must have come here for a good reason. What is it, Jenny?
He two-timed me. He lied to me.
I've heard of a lover's tiff, but isn't this a bit OTT? Even if he had a fling with someone else, couldn't you just talk this over without all this?
She thinks I've got a relationship with her. But I haven't. I never have. I told you that.
What do you want, Jenny? If you've gone to these lengths, there must be something you want.
I don't know.
She needs help. She needs psychiatric treatment.
Just let me talk, Mick. What do you want, love? What do you hope to achieve by holding us here like this?
She doesn't know.
Please! Let her answer. Jenny?
I want to... Oh, I don't know. I wish I'd never met him. I loved you, Meg. But I hate you now.
Spoke to him, you turned up. Mum was asking for you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just been nice to see him.
Did you mention the safe?
Not yet.
Sir. I hope you weren't thinking of coming in here, Mr. Corkin.
Well, I might have been. Why?
Sorry. No ex-employees inside my premises. Your keys, please.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just standard security procedure. You can't be too careful, can you? Now Mr. Corkin is no longer an employee, I don't want you to admit him into these premises. Understood?
Yes, Mr. Palmer.
See you later, Carl.
Slimy get.
Has he sacked you?
No, I've resigned.
What for?
I don't need the job. He pushed me into it. Listen, he knows damn well I took the money, but he can't say anything, can he? And I reckon he's rumbled me over robbing Barry's bushes and all.
So that's how you did it? Barry'll kill you?
Oh, Barry doesn't give a toss. That's obvious, that. Listen, I worked like a dog, digging that garden for Granty and that lady Penelope one. I deserved them bushes. Anyway, I've got other probs.
I don't want to know.
Listen, Carl, I need your help. I don't know whether he's going to send the business round over those bushes. It doesn't matter, I can handle that. But I can't handle them finding me money and me stash.
Don't tell me I need this job.
Listen, I've had a little idea. You live with your mum and dad, don't you?
It's not going in our house, not drugs money, no way.
Listen, will ya? You want Sarah and the kid back, don't you? But you're stuck with your folks. But how about if you were living in a nice detached house? Hey? Don't you think wifey would come running back then?
Oh, well, yeah, dream on.
Carl, I can get that house for you, mate.
Get off.
Listen, I'm prepared to rent Barry's gaff for you and your missus. I'll pay the rent, everything. All you gotta do is let me use the loft again for storage.
Storage of what?
You don't need to know, don't even ask.
Do you think I'm soft?
Look, just put it out of your mind, kid. All you've got to do is enjoy living in a 4-bedroom detached house, rent-free. How do you think Sarah and the nipper are going to resist that, eh? Just think they'd be all over you, and it wouldn't cost you a penny. Plus, you'll have a few extra bob in your pocket and all. You get my old job off Palmer.
Straight up.
Carl, I need a proper hiding place. I'm serious, mate.
I'm not sure. It's a big step.
To a better life, yeah? All you got to do is turn a blind eye. Just think about it. But don't take forever, eh? Or I might take me offer elsewhere.
doing here?
Jean, I just want you to see what's at stake for our daughter.
David, how many times do I have to tell you we can't help them? They need thousands.
Yes, I know. Look, I've been thinking. The bungalow is bought and paid for. We can raise the £30,000 they need by remortgaging it.
Don't be so ridiculous. At our age? You know as well as I do they're up to their ears in debt, and we couldn't begin to find the repayments on a mortgage.
No. We wouldn't have to. Max and Patricia would take care of that. Don't forget. They'd have all the profits from the restaurant instead of just 50%.
And supposing there aren't any profits? It's hardly the Savoy Grill, is it? And it could go bust, and what happens then? Max and Patricia are out of a home and us along with them. No, David. We have supported Patricia all her life and have done so gladly. But there comes a time when you have to draw the line.
But we're her parents, for heaven's sake.
You have to let go sometime.
It seems so selfish, Jean.
Possibly. But haven't we reached an age where we could be a bit more selfish? Look at me. I could have died a few months ago, and it made me think, David. What have I done with my life? Where have I been? I'll tell you. Mallorca. That's as far as I've been. I want to travel, David, and see something of the world.
You will, my darling. You will, I promise.
Not with the burden of Max's business round our neck. No, David. I won't do it.
How much you charging?
Well, I'm doing 80 quid for weddings, but the next one's in Mossley Hill, so I might bump the price up a little bit.
Hey, do you do kids' parties? Won't mind if it's about Becca's next birthday.
I do anything, mate. Weddings, christenings, even divorces and funerals, if that's what the punters want.
Why don't you do 4 weddings and a funeral and retire Zeffirelli?
Yeah, well, you can stop taking the mick now, Dad. The power of advertising. I've got loads of work lined up.
Oh, aye? Where?
One in Mossley Hill and one in Kirby.
Oh, great. Does that mean Cecil B. DeMille will be able to chip up some money for his keep at last?
Well, you know, I'm getting there, but I mean, I've got to plough a lot of the money back into the biz and that.
Oh, of course, yeah. I might have guessed.
Dad, this could take off. It could lead to bigger things, you know, corporate stuff and that.
Aren't you forgetting one little thing?
Like what?
Like, how are you going to get from one place to another when you can't drive?
That is a formality. I've got my test the week after next.
You haven't had any lessons?
And look what happened last time you drove something. You were in hospital for a fortnight.
Look what happened to Ali, you know. He thought he could drive till he crippled some kid, ended up in a detention centre.
Yeah, but he was only a kid himself, wasn't he?
It's because he thought he could drive.
Michael, cancel the test date, son. Get yourself some lessons. Your own brother died after a road accident, remember?
That's right, Mike.
No, I want to get driving as soon as I can. I want this video service to take off.
But what if you don't pass?
I will.
Look, I can run you around in a Moby if needs be.
Well, you're joking, aren't you? What kind of an image would I have turning up in that thing?
Cocky, isn't he?
Tell me about it. Oh, no. What is it now?
Well, you're going to feel worse if you don't try and eat something.
Leave me alone.
If she doesn't want to eat,
Did you say?
I'm just saying I'm hungry.
Look, if Ian went downstairs and got some bits and pieces, I could do as a pizza up here.
He's staying here.
Well, I'll go then.
Stay there. I'm not letting you go. Come on, over there.
What about the food? We're starving.
You're not having any food. Get over there. Go on.
Jenny, this is mad. You've got to give up. I mean, don't you care what's going to happen to you? Look, you've got everything to live for. You enjoy your job, don't you? What would the other teachers and the kids at school think if they could see you now?
I don't want to talk.
If we ring the police station, I can get you a counsellor to talk to. Anyone you want.
She's already had some counselling.
Oh, right. Well, give me a name and I'll phone them.
Look, Jenny, don't you want to talk to Linda? You got on well with her, didn't you? Come on, Jenny, ring her. Well, give me the number. I'll ring her if you want. Look, you're saying you don't want to talk to me. There must be someone you can talk to. How about your headmaster? Or one of the other women teachers? I mean, isn't there somebody you're friendly with?
It's Carol McCarthy, deputy head.
Come on then, Jen. Come on. You ring her.
All she'd need to do is call the station, and they'd send a car for her.
That's it, Jen. She'll sort everything out for you.
What the hell am I doing? Just sit down and shut up! I'm not talking to anyone and you can't make me! I want my dad.
We're hungry.
What, Bev hasn't been down to do you any dinner?
No.
Oh.
Have you seen Nick?
Is he back? Just hang on there a second, eh, kids?
I was in the salon earlier and Bev said she thought she heard voices in Nick's flat and she thought it might have been Nick and Jenny.
There you go, Mrs. Howard. A copy of this week's Hello What. I'll just nip the loo, OK?
Jackie's right. You've got to take lessons first.
All I'm asking for is a bit of practice in your Fiesta. I'll pay the insurance and that.
No, you're not touching that car. You'll wreck it.
Oh, Jackie, I'm going to be with you. I won't wreck it.
No, Mike, I'm not doing it. Not until you've had proper lessons.
Sit down and let's settee.
What are you doing bringing them in here, Dad?
Where's Bev?
She's upstairs, isn't she?
Can you get her, please?
Just keep your voice down, will you, Dad? Bev?
Have you seen their dad?
I haven't, no, why?
Never.
There she was, flat out in the chair, Nick is showing and everything. What else could I do?
You're mad, you.
Why haven't you been back home?
Well, I've been busy, haven't I? Jackie asked me to do the flat.
And why didn't you tell me you thought Mick Johnson was back?
Well,
Sounds like someone's going to get their legs slapped.
Right, well, you can deliver these two back to him because I've got a shop to run.
Hey, don't talk to me like that. Who do you think you are, me dad?
Do you want to go outside? This is supposed to be a salon.
Outside. Come on, kids.
Jackie, I'm not going to damage it, honest.
I said no, and I mean it. Find someone else.
Hey, Bing, have you heard? Apparently Mick is up in his flat with some bit of skirt.
In his flat? All this time? What on earth's he playing at?
I'm just about to find out. Keep hold of these two, will you? I'm going to go up and see him.
Hang on, Ron, I better come with you. Make sure everything's all right.
God almighty, the place is on fire!
Stay where you are. Put it out! Put it out!
Nick, are you in there?
Yeah.
Shut up! Just put it out and shut up, quick!
Nick, open up!
Go away! Oh, get off me! Get off me!
Sounds like a fight in there. Nick! Nick! Nick, are you all right? Nick!
Can't you see what you've done?
It was your own fault. You shouldn't have attacked me.
Give it me now before someone else gets hit.
No. Get back. Please, Mick.
Well, let me call an ambulance then. Look, he's bleeding badly. He needs an ambulance.
Just stay there. Keep quiet.
For God's sake, Jenny, the whole world will have heard that shot. The police are bound to come. Just give up the gun.
I don't care. Get back. I'll shoot the larvae if you don't get back.
You mean that?
I do. I will. I'll kill us all.
For God's sake, Mick, no more heroics. Do as she says.
God's all the money's in the till.
Forget about that. It's not going to get nicked with all this lot round here, is it?
I'll just get a shot from here, OK?
Oh, don't be soft. Hurry up. Come on. Why can't we just stay in the shop and watch it all from there?
You heard the bloody gunshot, didn't you? It could be World War III round here soon. Now, come on, love. We've got to get a move on.
I can't believe this is happening. Are you sure it was a gunshot?
Yes, I'm positive. Let's get the children out of here as soon as we can. Come on.
Come on, you two. Hurry up, will ya?
Oh, officer, listen. I'm David Crosby, and I'm the local residents' elected representative.
He must be moving out of Barry's if he's putting his suitcase in the car.
Oh, it's probably 10 billion rupees in cash, you know, what he uses to casually buy restaurants and clubs and people's lives.
Don't be so bitter, Matt.
Well, it gets to me. I mean, the likes of Dill and Barry and Jimmy Corkill, they just produce money out of thin air. I can't even get it out of a bank that I've been with since I was at college.
Well, they did explain why. We're up to our very limit on borrowing.
You know, that man, he's treated us like stupid kids. Hours from the deadline and I'm completely stymied. All that hard graft. Oh, I'll just have to resign myself to the fact of being part owner in some down-market Balti house, or worse still, Corkill's transport gaff.
Well, why don't you ring Barry, ask for a stay of execution? Surely a few more days won't make any difference.
No, he won't wear that. I mean, he's desperate for the cash himself.
Well, I'll ask him for extra time then. Worth a try, isn't it?
Look, we both know it's the end of the road, so why go out looking weak and pathetic? No, we might as well accept it. We've lost it.
No, Max, that is silly. I mean, Barry's decision to sell was just dumped on you. Might have been a bit different if we'd had a year or two to work towards buying him out, but you're doing the best you can, eh? Coffee?
Yes, please. No, I don't want to go cap in hand to Barry. I'd sooner sell our half and have done with it.
That is defeatist.
Well, how can I possibly get on with someone I hardly know, like Dill Palmer, be at each other's throats? I tell you what, if Jimmy Corkill makes a successful bid, then I'm definitely selling.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Corkill's just a fantasist. He couldn't possibly afford to buy Barry's share. And I think you could work with Dill, you know, if you tried.
Haven't any choice now, have I?
And I thought this was going to be a nice, quiet little job. You didn't say anything about being an extra in Die Hard 3.
Hey, they're going in the salon, look. Oh, what do they think they're doing?
We'll be listening through the walls, see what's happening in Mick's flat.
What's going on, Dad?
I don't know, love. All we know is some sort of fight's been going on in Mick's place and a gun went off.
What fight with you?
I'm telling you, I heard voices up there, and one of them was that school teacher.
Oh, don't be daft. What would she be doing up there with a gun?
Listen, everybody, please. There's absolutely no need to panic. I'm sure the police have got everything under control.
Oh, do you think there's a robber in there with me?
Well, let's not let our imaginations run riot. We don't even know for certain yet if it's Mick Johnson in there.
Well, I'm sure it was his voice I heard.
Bing, he answered me, didn't he? You must have heard that.
Well, I heard a man's voice, but I couldn't say for certain it was Mick.
Just think, he could have been up there the whole time the pizza parlour's been closed. He could be held hostage by some robber and we don't even know about it.
Look, what are we going to do with the children? This is no place for them.
No.
Yeah. You'll have to take him back to ours.
Oh, I want to see what happens.
Oh, you better come back with me.
Oh, listen, dear. Could you rustle up a couple of flasks of coffee? We could be here for some time.
Oh, couldn't you do that for yourself?
Yes, but the police may need my help. You know, they're aware of my position in the community. I think I'd better stay here on standby, just for the time being.
Oh, come on, children. You better come back with me to the bungalow. Come on, Lovey.
But I don't want to leave me dad.
Leo, I don't think your dad would want you here just now, son. Be a good boy and go back with Mrs. Crosby.
Yes, come on with me, Leo. And help me look after Gemma. I'm sure that's what your father would want.
Hey, I'm surprised the police haven't called you in.
What?
Well, they could use you as a listening device, couldn't they? You could stand outside flapping your ears.
Hey, what watch it, you.
What's going on? Only nipped home for 10 minutes.
Well, my dad went up to find Mick Jono and there's some sort of fight going on. The gun went off.
What? A robber?
Well, no one knows.
Hey, do you remember last year when Eddie Banks' place got knocked off? Hey, I'm not saying Mick did it, but maybe he was in on it. Maybe somebody's come back to have it out with him.
You what? He wasn't even involved in that.
Michael, you might have worked for him on and off, son, but you don't really know him, do you? How well does anybody know the neighbours round here? Look at that Jordash crowd, for instance.
You don't know what you're talking about.
All right, Michael, all I'm saying is, how well do we know Mick? For all we know, he could be involved with them yardies from Jamaica. They carry guns, you know.
Mick's a scouser, isn't he?
Yeah, of course he is. Well, unless my dad's right and there's some big drugs war going on because he's been sticking ganja in the pizzas.
Yeah, I noticed he sells a load of coke and all.
Yeah, very funny. Well, what's your theory then, Noah?
Well, I don't know. All I know is Mick's no gangster. Hey up, top brass have arrived.
Ron, have you got a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Listen, actually, I'm pretty sure that I did hear a third voice in there. You didn't by any chance, did you?
Oh, I couldn't say for sure, Bing.
You see, it's very unlike Constable Coburn not to come back to me. He always phones or calls round if I report anything to him. You haven't seen him at all since last night, have you, since he went up to Mick's flat?
No, but a community bobby like him wouldn't carry a gun, would he?
No, but there could be a third party in there with Mick. Coburn could have walked in on something. But explain him not coming out again, wouldn't it?
Well, isn't Coburn with this lot?
No, I've checked. He's definitely not there. You know, I think we ought to have a word and tell them what we suspect.
Pull it as tight as you can.
This is not good. He needs hospital treatment. Ah! Let him go, Jenny.
No!
What if he bleeds to death up here?
What's that?
They'll be here now. They'll be armed. Don't go near that window. Give up now, Jenny. Give Mick that gun and you can walk out of here unharmed.
Just tighten and shut up!
Oh.
If only I'd reported this before Mick went missing.
Hey up, hey up. He's coming back.
Thank you very much for the information, Mr. Crosby.
Inspector, could you tell us if Constable Coburn is in there?
I'm sorry, I'm not at liberty to say.
Oh, come on, mate. What difference does it make, is he or isn't he?
I'm sorry, sir, but you just have to leave it all to us, yeah?
Oh, brilliant.
Listen, Inspector, if there's anything we can do to help, I'm chairman of the Residents' Association.
Yeah, well, just leave it with us, if you would, sir. We've got the situation contained.
Yeah, but look, how long is all this going to take?
Who knows? Let's just see, eh?
Hey, I'm losing business here, you know.
And I'm losing business as well. I've got 10 appointments booked this afternoon.
I'm sorry, miss, but you just have to be patient. If you'll excuse me.
What's happening?
Oh, well, they're not giving anything away.
Do they know who's up there?
Yeah, well, he's not cracking on, but it appears the local bobbies up there and all.
We can't say that for sure, Ron.
What? So the bobby could have walked in on Mick and the robber. I mean, who's got shot? God, it's like the bill.
We can't say that. We don't know what's happening, do we?
Bing, you can tell. Of course Coburn's in there. Otherwise, he would have said we were wrong. It was written all over his face.
Oh, this is terrible. I should have gone up there with him, you know.
Oh, why, Bing? And what would you have done, eh? I mean, took the gun off the robber or whoever it was?
Yeah, all right, soft girl. Just keep your remarks to yourself, eh?
I might have been able to raise the alarm, Beverly, before it came to a shot being fired. As it is, I could have sent the poor man to his death.
Stop moving. Sit down.
My leg's gone dead. I'm just stretching it.
Give yourself up now, will you, Jenny?
No. I want him to know what he's done to me. I want everyone to know.
Is it worth getting killed for that?
I told you, I don't care. I'll shoot us all if I have to.
This is Chief Inspector Wallace of Merseyside Police. Would you please reactivate the telephone? If the telephone is out of order, we have placed an open phone line by the entrance to the flat.
Go to that phone and talk to them, Jenny. Please.
Repeat, if the telephone is out of order, we have placed an open phone line by the entrance to the flat. We'd just like to talk.
What am I going to do? I can't go to an audition without my gear and music, and I've left my tights in the cellar.
Well, you've still got time, yes, haven't you?
The policeman said it could be ages.
Oh, don't panic. Just leave it a bit and we'll see if they'll go in with you and get your stuff. I can always run you down there if you're going to be really late.
God, I wish they'd hurry up.
God, I'm bursting for the laugh. Oh, couldn't the busies have brought a portally with all this lot?
Do you want me to grab the inspector and ask him to take you for a wee-wee?
An armed escort? I think I'll pass on that one. Oh, mind you, that big one with the rifle over there, he seems like a nice boy.
Dad, can you carry on filming for us?
Who, me?
Yeah, I want to ring the TV news, see if I can flog them this video.
Is that all you can think of with people's lives at risk?
It's my job, Mr. Crosby, and the public's right to know. Just keep your finger on the button, OK?
Right. Hey, hang on. Do I get splits on this? I'm losing a fortune over this lot.
Let's see how much you make first, eh?
Ron, me and Peter are just popping back to ours.
Hey, what's it, Mr. Dix?
What are you going for? You might miss something.
Sorry, I'm dying to go.
Well, can't you nip in the woods?
With all these police marksmen around? I'm not being target practice, thank you.
Hey, you don't know what they might shoot.
Well, they'd have to be a good shot, wouldn't they?
We won't be long, Ron. Make sure you get all the exciting bits on that.
Flaming ponce.
Do you reckon? Oh, what are you up? I'm best.
What do you think?
Hey, what's happening over there?
So, did you get paid for it?
Well, I don't care so long as they use me tape. They're sending the courier down to get it.
Hey, look out for your name on use a tenner.
Well, you never know, mate. Anyway, I've got to go. See you later.
What's up?
It's just like he's talking to his mum.
I'm not even a stepmom. Not yet, anyway.
Are you and Mum getting married then?
No, I hope so.
I just can't see you as a wife and a mum.
Why not?
Well, I thought you'd be one for having a good time, you know, going out every night and that.
God, you sound like Ron there. He thinks all I'm into is clubbing, but I'm not.
I thought you did go out.
Well, not every night. I mean, Ron just thinks I'm not interested in any of this, you know, the house and everything, but it's not that. I just want everything.
Best of both worlds, eh?
That's right. That's exactly what I want.
It's a bit like me on a Saturday afternoon. I mean, I'm in my element when I'm with all the girls working hard, but I want to be at the match. I'm dying to be at the match. Hairdressing's the worst job in the world when you're into footy.
You know, I don't understand you being into all of that. It's not exactly hairdressery, isn't it? Going to the macho football.
You don't by any chance think I'm you-know-what and all, do you?
Oh, no, I shouldn't be so nosy.
You think that's why I spend so much time on the terraces with all those butch men?
I shouldn't have said anything, I'm sorry.
Anyway, why don't you come to the match with me sometime?
Honestly?
Well, I wouldn't ask if I didn't mean it, would I? Come see for yourself what switches me on.
All right, then. You're on.
Great.
Hang on, something's happening up there.
What?
Can you zoom in on it?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Have you put a bloke with a sniper gun up there?
Oh, my God.
Do that again and I'll shoot. I'll kill us all. I will. I'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's up?
Oh, the busies won't let her back in the flat to get his stuff for the audition, the savvy.
Oh, no.
It's wrecked everything.
Well, can't you give them a ring and arrange to go and see them another time?
Oh, it doesn't work like that. If I'm not there, they're not interested. The auditions are only on today. Oh, there'll be others. Will there? I'm never going to get a job at this rate. I can't even get to the rotten petrol station to ask them.
So, what have the police said?
Could take forever. Might have to forget opening tonight.
Well, in that case, I might as well drive over to my new place and get settled in.
New place?
I've got a new place on the waterfront, so I won't be needing Barry's house any longer. Perhaps you could show any prospective tenants around.
Me? What do I do?
Well, the agent's got the number at the club. All you have to do is make the appointments and show them around. I'll cover your extra hours, of course.
Right, OK, Mr. Palmer.
See you tomorrow.
Oh, Mr. Palmer, something I was thinking of. Second, you know, my wife and kid?
Yeah.
Well, what if I rented Barry's house? It might make it easier for me to get back with him, you know, not being stuck at me mum and dad's.
I'm sure it would, but We are talking around £500 a month. Can you afford that?
Well, I have got a bit of savings. I might be able to take it on for a few months.
It's up to you. I'll leave you to show yourself around.
Right?
All right, Mr. Palmer. What's all this? Just heard about it on the radio. What's the score?
No one knows for sure. Some people reckon there's a copper in Mick's flat. Someone's fired a shot.
The copper got a gun?
Don't know.
Well, I'll tell you something. If there's someone in there with a gun, they're going to get wasted.
Listen to the expert there.
Hey, only way to stamp out these Edibles with shooters is arm the busies.
You'll get this carry-on every day then, won't you, soft lad?
Well, we've got this carry-on every day anyway, haven't we?
I tend to agree with Ron. Arm the police on an ad hoc basis, not as a matter of course. Otherwise, innocent people are bound to be hurt. It'd be just like America.
The best way to sort out criminals is to make sure they go down. There's too much scum on the streets that should have had the key thrown away years ago. Courts are too soft.
Hey, listen, Carl. When this is sorted, I want to get this into the club.
What is it?
It's my stash of cash.
No, wait.
Oh, come on, for God's sake. What happens if Palmer sends the business round to my house, eh? It's got to be off the premises.
Put it in Barry's loft. I've decided to take you up on your offer. Dill's moved out today, so you can start paying me rent.
Is this the key? Hey, nice one, kid. You won't regret it.
Just one thing. I don't want Sarah to know about this. Ever.
Cross my heart. Visit strictly by appointment, kiddo, OK?
Just make sure they are.
See you later.
Tea up. Anything exciting happen?
Well, you took your time, didn't you? What have you been doing?
Just talking.
What have you got to talk to him about?
God, the way you're going, you think they're carrying on?
Hey, excuse me, son. How long you been videoing here?
I don't know, since the cavalry arrived.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to impound your tape.
You are? This is my big chance to get something on TV.
Are you with the press?
Well, no, but...
I'm sorry, but it could contain evidence. I'll have to take it. You get a receipt, of course.
Go on, Mike.
No, I've stopped recording, but you're not getting the tape.
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't want to be forced to go to law over this. Like a bit of cooperation.
Hey, isn't this censorship?
It's more like a police state.
If I could just have the tape, then I'll arrange for a receipt.
This is crap, this.
Give it in, Michael.
Don't forget that receipt.
Thank you.
Fascist.
Dad? How long's this been going on?
Well, the police have been here for an hour or so, but we think that Mick Johnson may have been held against his will for some time, maybe even a few days.
Lord, wonder who could be holding him.
Well, the police are playing this pretty close to their chests, but we think that Constable Coburn and a woman friend of Mick's might be in there with him. We don't know who the person with the gun is.
So we lose even more money we haven't got now the gift box is closed. Certainly having a day of it, aren't we?
Still no joy on the cash front, eh?
No, 8 hours to go till the deadline, and it goes to the highest bidder. Don't stand a chance now.
Listen, just a minute. Look, your mother and I have been thinking about this, and we both feel that we can't just stand by and let you lose your dream.
What can you do, Dad? You've told us. You and Mum don't have any savings.
No, we don't. But what we do have is a house, fully paid for. And I made some inquiries, and we've decided to take a mortgage on it and to let you have the money. You'll have to take care of the repayments yourself, of course, but at least that way you'd have the cash up front.
Oh, David, mortgaging the bungalow. It's a big step. You and Jean, are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I am. We both are, yes.
Oh, Dad, you're brilliant.
I don't know what to say. I mean, well, thanks. Well, I better fax Barry right away. We've done it. We've got the restaurant.
No!
Get back! I told you not to do that again.
Are you sure? I didn't hear it.
That was a shot, I thought. Oh, jeez, why don't you let me use my camera?
Oh, God, what's going on in there?
I dread to think.
I'll shoot you. I will. Now stay back!
I don't think you've got any intention of shooting anyone. I think it's just your way of getting some attention. It is, isn't it? Huh? Now you gotta stop this, Jenny. It's gone far enough. Come on. Give me the gun. Jenny. Jenny.
Get away from the window, Mick!
Draw the blinds. Quickly!
Give me the gun, Jenny.
Get back.
You can't carry on. Give up. Give me the gun.
I'll shoot! I will! It's your fault, Mick! You're making me do this! Ah! Ah!
1 and 2 from Wallace. Go.
Get off me! Get off!
Don't move! Don't move! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
A selection of Brookside books are available, and they're out in the shops now.
What's the world coming to, eh? It's more like New York round here every day.
You know, I bet you any money it's that Jenny one. I reckon she's clocked the fact Mick's seen Janice. Gone off her head and dive round there to blow the brains out.
Yeah, but it wouldn't surprise me. This is what happens when you're at the likes of Mandy Jordash walk free. What kind of an example is that setting to other women? It's as good as saying it's all right to bump off any other fella if he steps out of line.
I really don't think we should be making assumptions. I mean, we don't actually know the details yet.
Said on the radio they were holding a woman. Must be.
Yeah, well, God knows what it'll do to business. People would be too scared to come round here in case they get shot.
Or buried under a patio.
Hey, I'll have to buy us a couple of bulletproof vests to wear in the shop.
Ron, don't you think you might be overreacting a touch?
Overreacting? You're joking, aren't you, Bing? This area is going down the pan.
Aye, kids.
Talking of which. Well, I tell you what. You've got one nerve, I'll give you that.
Why, what have I done now?
How you can even think of moving onto that close 2 doors away from where my son used to live.
Look, Ron, come on.
I don't know what it is about that house. It just seems to attract murderers.
I better get going. See ya.
You really know how to wind people up, don't you?
Me? Look, I bought that house on the close for you. Not to wind Ron Dixon up.
Jimmy, How many times do I have to tell you? I am not interested in moving into that house, and that's final.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause all this trouble. How's Ian? He will be all right, won't he?
He's comfortable.
It was an accident, you know. I didn't intend to shoot anyone. It just happened. I'm so sorry, but I had to protect myself.
Protect yourself from who?
From Mick. Who do you think?
And why is that?
He asked me to go around there. He said we needed to talk, to sort things out. There was a time when I thought Mick wouldn't harm a fly. But recently he's changed. He pushed me down the stairs at my flat. I ended up in hospital.
So that's why you went back with the gun? To get your revenge?
No, it's not like that. Our relationship, it's very intense. Mick and me. Well, I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's a real love-hate sort of thing. I wanted to see him, but I was scared he might fly off the handle again. I was frightened. That's why I took the gun from my dad's house. I just wanted to scare him, that's all. But it all got out of hand. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I didn't mean to cause all this trouble. I really am sorry.
Hi, Dad. Just coming to see you and Mum.
Oh, after anything in particular?
Well, I know it's not much after everything you've done for us, but I wanted to give you these as a way of saying a very small thank you for helping us get the loan.
Oh, no, Patsy, don't be silly. Really, we don't expect anything from you.
Well, speak for yourself. I'm sure Mum wouldn't say no to a glass of bubbly.
The thing is, it's a bit awkward at the moment. It's...
Hi!
Oh, hello. What's with the champagne? You're celebrating something?
Well, what do you think? Here, for you.
Me?
What, for you and Dad, from me and Max.
What have we done?
I don't know. You two are so modest. You take out a loan against the bungalow just like that. You save Max at the 11th hour, and now you're trying to make out it's no big deal.
Oh, I see.
Well, we can't believe how kind you've been. Max is over the moon. He's at the solicitors now, making it all official. We think you're both wonderful.
Yes, aren't we, David?
I don't believe this. I've got some nutter trying to kill me. There was a copper there that witnessed the whole thing, and now you're trying to point the finger at me.
Nobody's pointing the finger. Not at this stage, anyway. We are just trying to establish the facts.
Look, I know she probably seems really nice to you, but that's what she's like with everyone. She makes people feel sorry for her, gets them on her side. She's manipulating. I know that sounds like I'm just being paranoid, but it's the truth. You've got to believe me. The woman needs locking up. She's dangerous.
Look what I've just found down the side of here.
What is it?
Dirty magazine. Killer Carl.
Could be Ali's.
No, it'll be the baby's.
He's not a baby anymore, love.
Imagine if Rebecca had got her hands on it. I mean, if they've got to have things like that, you'd think they'd have the decency to find a good hiding place. Even under the mattress would have been more imaginative.
Are you going to say anything to them?
Too right I am. I'll teach them to keep things like that in my airing cupboard.
Well, actually, love, I don't think you should, you know.
Why not?
Well, because the thing is, it doesn't belong to any of the lads.
What do you mean?
It's mine.
What? You brought this into the house?
Well, yeah. I didn't buy it. I found it in work, like.
Why, Eddie?
I don't know. Stupid, really.
I mean, I know I haven't felt up to sex lately, but... Well, isn't that understandable, after everything I've been through? Surely, after 22 years of marriage, it isn't too much to expect you to be patient with me.
And I am being patient. I just didn't want to put any pressure on you, that's all. You're making it sound all sordid.
That easily replaceable. I've just been through one of the biggest traumas of my entire life. But, oh well, it doesn't matter that I'm not feeling up to scratch. Because you're just as content with some tacky magazine.
Oh, it's not like that. I don't take it seriously. It's just for a laugh, like.
Who's laughing?
Rosie, hang on a minute.
Jean, please, give me a chance to explain.
There is nothing to explain. What you did was utterly selfish and despicable, and that is all there is to it.
But I just wanted to help Max and Patricia.
And I made it perfectly clear to you how I felt. Max and Patricia are quite old enough to solve their own problems, and it's not as though they're about to go bankrupt.
But they were desperate. Max could have ended up with that clown Corkill as his partner. We were their only option, and besides, what were we going to do with that sort of money?
Oh, I can think of plenty of things. But it's too late now.
Look, love, you know I'd never do anything to upset you.
Don't want to talk about it.
Don't just blank me. We've got to sort this out.
Nothing to sort out. If you want to keep dirty magazines, that's your business.
Look, Rosie, I'm not going to deny that I haven't been feeling a bit frustrated lately, but like I say, I just didn't want to put any pressure on you.
So you thought you'd make do with a magazine instead? Look, I'm sorry that you've been feeling frustrated. But so have I. I just don't feel up to sex at the moment.
And I know that. Rosie, I'd wait forever for you. I understand why you're feeling so upset.
Do you?
Yeah. And you've been getting yourself all worked up about this meeting with the hospital later, haven't you?
You've got a lot to answer for.
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll be able to offer you some proper explanation and apology, and then you can start getting back to being your old self again.
You just don't understand. I'll never be my old self again. It's what all this is about.
No, I'm sure he's fine. Well, he's bound to come round here first, isn't he? He's got the kids to pick up. Look, I'll give you a ring as soon as I hear anything, OK? See ya.
Oh, yeah. Who was that on the phone?
Janice. She's dead upset about Mick, so I said she could stay the night. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, you're joking, aren't you?
Oh, Ron, I had to ask her. She's dead upset.
That's all I need.
Gemma, be careful with those felt tips on the table, eh? Make sure you put the lids on properly. There's a good girl.
So when's she coming down?
Dunno. Said I'd ring her later. She just wants to be near me. You know what it's like.
She'd be better off getting herself arrested then, wouldn't she?
No.
What have I done to deserve this?
Well, you've had all kinds staying here, including our little mates not a million miles away, so I'm not going to feel guilty about having my mate round. What's going on here? Excuse me, you've got the wrong house.
No, they haven't. It's all right, lads, carry on.
Ron, what's going on?
I meant what I said earlier.
About what?
There is no way I'm going to live next door but one to that murder and get. We're moving.
I've spoken to Jenny's counsellor, Linda Hillaby.
What did she have to say?
Her summary of yours and Jenny's relationship didn't quite match up to your version.
Well, how do you mean?
She told us that as far as she's concerned, you and Jenny have been in a heavy relationship for quite some time.
That just isn't true.
According to Jenny, it was your lack of communication and your unwillingness to accept that the relationship was going through a difficult time which caused massive emotional problems for both of you.
The only thing I've had to face up to is the fact that some lunatic is trying to destroy my life. The woman is insane and that's all there is to it. But then, why should you take my word ahead of a white, middle-class teacher? I don't stand a chance, do I?
I mean, what do you think you're playing at, eh? I mean, it was hard enough trying to get me to move in. Now I'm settled, you want to move out again? I mean, the money we've spent doing this place up.
Yeah, well, I'm very sorry, love, but I am not living in the same street as Corkill.
Well, you're going to bump into him anyway, aren't you? I mean, you work with his wife. What difference does it make?
It makes a big difference to me, all right? If I have to see his face every day, I'll end up killing him.
Well, Ron, I'm sorry. You can do whatever you want, but I am staying here.
I feel sick with nerves.
Don't be intimidated by them, love. They're only normal people. Nobody special.
I know. I just can't help myself.
I got the assistant manager's job at the club. Dill's just told me now.
Oh, well done, love. You deserve it.
Made up for you, lad.
Bet that Jimmy Corkill's fuming.
No, he didn't want the job. He said he wanted to move on. This is just a start I needed. I'm even thinking of making a proper go of it with Sarah.
Oh, what's brought this on?
Well, I don't know. I've just been getting on dead well lately. And Dill's renting Barry Grant's house out for him, and I could get it dead cheap. So I'm thinking of asking Sarah to move in with me.
What, you and Sarah living together again over the road?
Well, yeah, I told you, just want to make a new start.
You really thought this through, love. It's all a bit out of the blue.
Your mother's right, son. If you want to get back together with Sarah, it's got to be because you both really want to. You can't go messing her and Becker about again. You'll have me to answer to if you did. See you later.
Right, Mr. Johnson. You'll be pleased to know that'll be all for now. You can get back to your children.
I can go.
We'll be in touch if we need to know anything more.
Hang on a second. I'm going nowhere till I know what's happening to that Jenny. Has she been released as well?
Not just at the moment, no.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
I thought you were eager to get back to your kids.
I am. But I'm not leaving here till I can be sure you're keeping her locked up.
That will be up to the court to decide when she appears in front of the magistrate next Tuesday.
So you are charging her then?
Yeah.
Thank God for that. She's not fit for roaming the streets. The woman is dangerous. How long do you think she'll get?
Well, not for me to say. We just pick 'em up. Tuesday's not the hearing. It's just to sort out bail. We'll press for remand. But who knows these days? With her background, she could be walking free in a couple of days.
Mr. and Mrs. Banks, pleased to meet you. I'm Jocelyn Meal, hospital manager.
Nice to meet you.
Grab a seat, make yourselves comfortable. Would you care for a drink before we get started?
Oh, no, thanks, I'm fine.
Me too.
Mrs. Banks, I hope you don't object, but I've asked Mr. Stewart to join us. We feel that due to the nature of this meeting, it's only fair he should be present.
Oh, yeah, that's fine by me. I think it's important he hears what I've got to say.
Mr. Crosby. Fancy seeing you here.
How are you feeling, Constable?
Still a bit shaken, to be honest. But the doctor says I could be up and about in a few weeks. I think I should count my blessings I'm still here. Could have been much worse.
Well, I just wanted to offer you my sincere apologies.
What for?
Well, I was the one who asked you to check on Mr. Johnson in the first place. If I'd had any idea it was such a dangerous situation, I'd never have sent you off to investigate.
You don't have to apologise. None of us were to know what was going on up there. You just don't expect this sort of thing, do you? I just want to get on with being the community bobby. Missing bikes and domestics I can deal with, but sieges and guns aren't my cup of tea at all, thank you very much.
No. Well, I'm confident that your superiors will commend you for your bravery and no doubt reward you with some early promotion. Do you know, in my opinion, you deserve an OBE.
Well, my superiors have had a word with me, actually.
And?
I was reprimanded.
What?
I was off duty, wasn't I? I should never have gone up there in the first place. Not without letting the station know first.
But that's outrageous. No wonder law and order in this country are in such a dreadful state.
I'm just grateful that I'm still alive.
You know, I think it's appalling the way people can just pick up guns like that.
And there's all this talk of them wanting to arm us lot and all. I can tell you the day they make that law, then I'll be off like a shot. If you can excuse the pun.
I certainly wouldn't blame you. I'm sure this whole experience has been deeply traumatic for you.
Well, I shouldn't really be discussing it, to be honest.
Well, I'm sure that most people have already managed to put two and two together, don't you think?
Well, I'm not sure what Mr. Johnson's been up to, but judging by the state she was in, I guess it must have been something pretty bad to make her lose a rag like that.
Oh, hello. Where have you been to all this time?
Janice's and then to the salon to make me wages up. Any sign of Mickey?
No, Leo and Gemma are playing in the back garden.
Poor Janice went to the police station, you know, but they wouldn't let her see him.
I'm surprised she's not with you. I thought she was supposed to be staying here.
No, she's leaving until tomorrow. She hasn't had a chance to pack yet.
Pack? Bloody hell, how long's she staying? Mick, come on in, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Hiya, Mick. How are you?
Just glad to be out of that police station. Look, I'm sorry to have lumbered you with all this.
Hey, no problem. We've been worried sick about you.
Where's the kids?
Hey, they're out the back. I'll get them.
Cheers.
Leo, Gemma, your dad's here.
What's the scene then, Mick? I mean, there's been all kinds of rumours floating around. You know what people are like.
I'm not being funny, Beth, but I've had it up to here. I'd rather not talk about it, to be honest.
Dad?
Oh, babe. You listening?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm back now. You been good for Mr. Dixon?
Yeah? Right, good as gold, haven't you, kids? You going to prison, Dad?
No, I'm not, son. I've not done anything wrong. Come on, let's get back to the flat.
Are you sure you wouldn't like to stay for a cup of tea, Mick? You know, get things off your chest.
Thanks, but I'd rather get straight home. I'm knackered. Look, thanks for everything. Don't know what I'd done without you.
Hey, what are mates for?
Cheers. See ya. Come on, kids.
Ta-ra, Mick.
See you.
Can you believe the nerve of him? I mean, he leaves us lumbered with his kids for days on end, then doesn't even have the decency to tell us what's going on. And that's the thanks you get.
Hello.
Look, I appreciate how busy you are, so I think I may as well just get straight to the point.
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Well, I just feel I'm due some kind of proper explanation. To be straight with you, I think I've been treated pretty badly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you care to elaborate on that?
Well, it was painful enough to lose me baby, but then to suddenly find out I'd had a hysterectomy and all, I really don't believe that was necessary.
Mr. Stewart, perhaps this is where you could come in.
Yes, of course. Obviously, we regret that you feel you've been treated in this way. But in my professional opinion, given your age and the fact that there was evidence of a rupture of the uterus due to the pregnancy, a hysterectomy was the safest and the best option.
Best option for who? Because I certainly don't feel like I've benefited in any way.
Yes, I appreciate how upsetting this must be. But you must also try and understand my own situation. I had to make a decision based on those facts during the operation.
But the thing is, I don't accept that. I don't believe my life was threatened in any way at that particular point in time.
I did discuss the matter with your husband and advise him of my judgment before going ahead with the surgery.
Yeah, but it was still your decision. I mean, I only agreed because you said it was the best thing to do.
I still don't think that's good enough. Why couldn't you have waited until the next day? Discussed it with me first, let me make my own decisions. I don't think that's too much to ask for.
Jackie, love, come in.
This isn't a social visit.
I want straight answers, Jimmy, and I want the truth. I want to know where you're getting all your money from. And don't start talking to me about the horses, because nobody has that much luck gambling. Not for buying houses.
Love, how many times do I have to tell you? Hey, it's all legit. It's no big deal. Why won't you believe me?
Because I've learned to go with me gut instinct where you're involved.
Oh, have you? Well, your gut instinct is wrong on this one, love. And it's ruining everything. Jackie, just imagine us living here, eh? Our own little semi-detached house. Lovely gardens, front and back. Got your central heating, shutters, the lot. And it's only a minute's walk away from work. What more could you ask for, eh? Okay, come and have a look at the garden. You won't recognise it.
I don't want to see the garden.
Oh, don't be worrying, no dead bodies.
Oh, very funny.
Oh, look, it won't kill you just to come and have a little look, will it, eh?
I don't know why you're taking such a pride in this garden. I couldn't even get you to cut the privets in the other place.
Well, this is different, isn't it? This is my house, our house. It's our name that's on all the bits of paper, isn't it, eh? What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's lovely, it really is. Oh, the little ponds and everything.
Yeah.
Looks like something else in one of those posh magazines.
Hey, just think, not that long ago, this was the scene of a murder investigation.
Whereabouts did they find him?
This little pond marks the very spot.
Oh, God, hey. Oh, it gives you the creeps, doesn't it? Just thinking of lying out here all that time.
Oh, the place has got happy memories and all, you know. And once it's decorated from top to bottom, it'll be different, I'm telling you. Come inside, eh? You can tell me what you fancy wallpaper-wise, can't you?
Jimmy, one step at a time, eh? Listen, I'll have to make a move. I'll see you.
Hi, Jim.
All right. Celebrating, are you? How's it feel being assistant nightclub manager?
Not bad. It's just the beginning as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, well, you've got your Uncle Jimmy to thank for that. I only stood aside to give you a proper chance, do you know? They need younger blood to run that place. Someone to brighten it up a bit.
And here's me thinking you were just trying to get on with the good books because you wanted to move in across the road so you could stash your cash.
Hey, you. You're too young to be so cynical, do you know that? And I've told you, you won't get a better offer anywhere else. How else could you afford to live in that lovely big house over there, eh? And just think what it would mean to your bird and the little one. They'd be over the moon, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm still a bit worried about it.
Oh, Carl, trust me, I'm a doctor. Nothing will go wrong.
To be fair, Mrs. Banks, you did sign the consent form which gave Mr. Stewart the authority to carry out any surgery he deemed necessary. And he felt it was safest to carry out all surgery there and then, rather than bring you back at a later date.
Yeah, but I was more or less told that form was just a formality. I didn't even read it properly. Nobody actually explained to me what it was all about. I didn't think I had a choice. That's why I'm here. I don't think things were made at all clear to me. Look, I just want you to acknowledge that the way you went about this was wrong. Surely I deserve some sort of apology, at least.
I have every sympathy for you. But ultimately, I still believe I made the right decision in this circumstance.
So basically you're saying it's a waste of time coming here today. You're not going to apologise?
Mrs. Banks, it's not quite as straightforward as that. We sympathise with you, but really have nothing to apologise for.
Yes, you do. You know, when people come into hospital, they have no choice but to trust the doctors and nurses. Believe that whatever surgery they carry out is in their best interest. Because the minute that trust is gone, what's left?
Mrs. Banks, we're not gods. We have thousands of cases coming through our doors every week. We have to make decisions, and we have to hope they're the right ones.
Well, that's why I'm here, isn't it? Because I think you made the wrong decision in my case. And I can promise you, you haven't heard the last of it. I think you've broken the law, and I intend to do something about it.
Rosie, have you seen my overalls? What have you got there?
Yes.
What are you doing with that thing? I thought I told you to throw it away.
Do you, actually find these women in here attractive?
No, not really.
Don't feel obliged to lie.
Well, one or two of them aren't that bad looking, I suppose.
And again, I don't suppose you're looking at the faces, are you?
Look, I've told you, it doesn't mean anything. Just throw it away. Don't go upsetting yourself.
Do you wish I had a body like this?
No, of course not.
So you don't wish you could trade me in for a younger model?
How many times do I have to tell you? Those girls in there aren't real. I'd never have brought it home if I thought you'd be so upset. It's just a bit of fun.
Wish I could see the funny side.
Well, what about the time you and Mo went to see the Chippendales? It's only the same sort of thing.
No, it isn't. That's just a bit of fun. It's not like that. I mean, I don't fantasize about sleeping with any of them.
How many times do I have to tell you, Rosie? As far as I'm concerned, nobody could replace you. I love you. And I don't want something as stupid as this to come between us, okay? I mean, it's not as if this is going to go on forever, is it?
Those people at the hospital, they just made me feel so worthless. That's why I'm so determined to get an apology from them. I do love you, Red. And I want things to be back to normal between us. But at the moment, I just find it so impossible.
That's all right. There's no rush. Everything's going to be fine. You'll see.
Bye, Mr. Dixon.
Hiya, Katie, love.
Do you know if Mick's back yet?
Yeah, he picked Leo and Gemma up from ours last night. Mind you, he wasn't giving much away on what actually happened, though.
Hiya, Ron.
Here comes trouble. Hiya, love. How are you?
Not too bad. I'm just on my way round to yours. I'm made up you let me stay. It's that good, yeah?
Hey, our pleasure.
I think the closer I am to Mick, the better. I mean, he's going to need someone to turn to after everything he's been through.
Has he been in touch with you at all?
No, I tried to get in touch last night, but he must have had the phone unplugged. I'm just going to get me gear round to yours and then I'll go straight round to his. Can't wait to see him. At least now I know he has a good excuse for standing me up last week.
Aye, aye. Talking to the devil?
Mick! Oh, my God, you're all right? How are you feeling?
Not bad, considering.
Where are you off?
I'm just going on a message.
I'm just going to pop round to yours in a minute.
Look, I'll be out all afternoon.
And what about tonight, then? Why don't I come round with a nice bottle of wine and you can tell me everything you've been through?
Let's just leave it, Janice?
What do you mean?
Look, if you want me to be honest, I just want to be on my own for a bit.
All right, then. I'll come round tomorrow instead.
I don't think you quite understand. I don't want you to visit me today, tomorrow, or any other time for that matter.
What? Are you finishing with me?
Never really got started today. Let's just leave it,
Why? What have I done?
It's not you, it's me. I just don't want to be involved with anybody at the moment.
Right, then. That's the way you feel about it.
It is, yeah. I'm sorry.
Right, then. See you around.
Hi, love. Listen, I was just wondering, what are you doing for your lunch break?
Why?
I was going to ask you round to the house for your dinner. Been up all night decorating. Hey, you won't recognise that living room, you know. It looks like something out of that, what's it, Hello magazine.
Don't you ever give up?
No.
Ron told me he's put his house up for sale.
Yeah, well, it's his business, isn't it?
How can you even contemplate living so near to someone who hates you that much?
Well, I'd do anything to make things up to Ron Dixon. He doesn't realise I have to live with Tony's death every day, I know. But he makes out I did what I did on purpose. He won't accept. I wasn't the same person then.
You can hardly blame him. Put yourself in his shoes. You'd be acting exactly the same.
Yeah, well, I know he'll never forgive me. And I can't blame him. But I just wish he'd accept that what happened was an accident. You saw what it was like when Tony was in that coma. I was running round like a maniac trying to do everything I could to help. And it's my idea to come up with the appeal and everything. I raised hundreds of pounds for that lad, and when he died, I was totally destroyed. You know what I went through, love.
Why can't things ever be simple, like?
We'd probably be bored if they were. So, do you fancy coming over for your dinner or what? Love, I know once I get you inside that house, you won't want to leave, honest.
Change the record, eh, Jimmy?
Please yourself.
Hey. Hey, Jack. Oh, hi, love. Hey, don't suppose you've seen Mick, have you?
No, love.
I was hoping to have a word with him. Oh, well, not and I can't wait. Just wanted to see how he is, really.
How are you getting on, anyway?
Not too good, to be honest.
Oh, why? What's up?
All right. How you doing?
You're not too bad, considering. How are you shaping up?
For a while there, thought I was under suspicion.
What do you mean?
A couple of your colleagues gave me a bit of a hard time yesterday. Did you put them straight on all that happened?
Well, yeah. I told them everything I witnessed. I made it clear that she was very distressed.
And what did they say?
I suppose it all looks very odd, really. They need to find out what caused her to get into that state in the first place. Teachers don't usually go around threatening their boyfriends with guns.
I'm not her boyfriend. She's off her trolley. It's as simple as that.
She must be holding some pretty big grudge against you to end up doing something so drastic. There must be more to all this than meets the eye.
I've exhausted myself trying to convince people that not one single thing ever went on between us. It's been a living nightmare. I've been banging my head against a brick wall for months now.
Oh, well. Now that it's all come to a head, hopefully everything will be sorted out once and for all.
Yeah, but if people had believed me in the first place, then things wouldn't have gone this far.
You know, if you don't mind me suggesting it, it might be worth your while giving victim support a call. It might help to talk things over with a trained counsellor.
And what good would that do? If no one else seemed to believe that I was the victim, why should they? The only thing that'll make me happy is if they lock her up and throw away the key. I'm going back to the police station now to find out what's going on.
You'd be better off getting yourself home and resting. It's all out of your hands now.
How can you say that? This is all about me. I just want to be given guarantees that she'll go away for a very long time. Because I don't want her near me or my kids ever again.
Just wait till I see him. Who does he think he is?
Oh, Bev, don't say nothing to him. I feel so ashamed. Besides, I don't want him thinking I'm all upset over him.
No wonder that genuine tried to shoot him if this is the way he treats his women.
It was so horrible, though. It was like he was a different person. He was dead cold. Wasn't the Mick that I know.
Well, my advice to you is just forget him.
Oh, but I was dead into him.
Look, I know how you must be feeling now, but well, it's for the best, isn't it? Well, he's got kids and everything, hasn't he? You don't want to be getting into all of that. I reckon he's the dead possessive type. In a few months, you wouldn't be able to move. You'd have you stuck on top of that minty pizza parlour with those kids 24 hours a day. You don't want all that, do you?
No.
And honestly, Janice, I'm not just saying it because you're my best mate, but you were too good for him anyway.
Honest?
Yeah, he must have thought he'd won the pools when he found out you fancied him.
Do you reckon?
Positive.
Why has he finished with me then, eh?
Because he's a dickhead, isn't he? He's like all fellas. It's not worth it. It's his loss, not yours. Do you know what? I reckon me and you need to get on our glad rags, go down the Conti and get you copped off with someone else.
No. I couldn't even think of copping off. I'm emotionally distraught. I need time to get over me.
There's plenty more fish in the sea, I promise you. I mean, you'll meet someone when you least expect it. You'll be a million times better and you'll think to yourself, I am so glad Mick dumped me.
I just can't believe it.
The most irritating thing is they won't accept any responsibility at all. I mean, not even an apology. And now even Eddie seems to think I should just let it go.
Oh, God, I didn't realise you'd had so much on your plate.
Well, keep it to yourself, though, eh? Not the sort of thing you want everyone knowing, is it?
It's not something to be ashamed of, you know.
I know, it's just, well, I haven't been myself since I come back from the hospital. I feel as if I've aged about 30 years.
Hey, I think you look smashing. Listen, I wouldn't let that hospital get away with it, you know.
And I know, but there's not much anything else I can do.
Oh, Val, you know my sister. She had some trouble with that hospital once. I mean, she went in for a simple enough operation, but after they discharged her, they found they left some swabs inside.
Oh, my, that's terrible. What happened?
Well, they had to open her up again. I mean, she was all right, but it could have been a lot more serious. And they tried to brush it under the carpet the way they always do. Our Val wasn't having any.
What'd she do?
Oh, she took them to court.
You're joking. What happened?
Oh, I mean, it took ages, but she won in the end. She got quite a few bob out of them. Maybe you should consider doing the same.
Well, I did threaten them, but well, it costs, doesn't it? I mean, I just wouldn't know where to start, Jack.
Listen, our Val had a brilliant solicitor and she got legal aid. I could give you a number if you want. I mean, she was really nice, you know, dead down to earth and everything.
Well, I don't suppose it'd do any harm to go and have a chat with her. Find out where to stand.
Too right. And if I were you, I'd take them for every penny I could guess.
What you yourself? This thing I'm doing, you know.
What thing?
Well, it's this bursary scheme for Mersey Film and Video. I have to do a portrait on someone interesting, dynamic, and on the rise.
So, why are you filming Katie?
Thanks. A video with me?
Yeah.
I feel ashamed.
No, it'd be cool. It's got to be an intimate portrait of a rising star.
Not too intimate, I hope. Hey, watch out, Katie. You're turning up in the shower next.
Nah, I don't fancy it. I'm losing concentration.
Oh, man, that's me knackered, innit? The deadline's 5 tonight.
Well, so do you think my routine's all right then?
Yeah, it was dead good. It reminded me of Janet Jackson a bit.
Do you think?
So what's this audition for?
A panto in town.
Will it be anyone famous in it?
Yeah, I think they're trying to get Shane Cochran from Meadowcroft Park, innit?
Isn't he gay?
Get lost. He's been out with loads, and I wouldn't say no.
So what you have to do with this audition? Just have to do your dancing now?
Yeah, but gotta sing a song as well.
But you can't sing.
Well, I can get by, I hope.
So what you have to sing?
Anything I want. I usually do yesterday. It's dead depressing now. I've lost count of the amount of auditions I've been to since I left college. I'm sick of being skint all the time.
Well, I know. What happened to all that money you got from the sale of your dad's house?
And my mum made me put in one of those high-interest thingies. I promised I wouldn't touch it yet.
Oh, I'd be sick if I was you. All that money just lying there doing nothing. I bet you that'll be Peter telling me he can't cope on his own downstairs. How are you, Mick?
All right. I suppose you're Mike's here, is he?
Yeah, come in.
Thanks.
Mike, it's Mick to see you.
It's all right, Mick.
All right, Mike.
Hiya, Mick, how are you?
To be honest, I'm sick of people asking me how I am every 5 minutes.
Oh, right, sorry.
Look, it's all right. Look, Mike, I believe you made a video the other day. Can I see it?
Why?
I just let you, that's why. You never know what you might have caught on there.
Well, I hadn't been filming long when the busies made me hand over the tape. All it's on, it's a bit of footage of police hanging around outside and that.
It's a pity, that. I was hoping there might have been something on there to help me nail Jenny.
Well, how come you need more evidence? I thought the police had already charged her.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure they've got enough on her to have her banged up for a long time. Anyway, look, I'll get going. I only want to ask about the video. Worth a try.
Mick, if there's anything you want us to do, just ask. I wouldn't mind babysitting Leo and Gemma if you ever want a break.
Look, thanks, but I can manage fine on my own. I'll see myself out.
Tom, he was a bit of brute then, wasn't he? You'd only offer him to mind his kids for him.
I feel sorry for him. I mean, what do you say to someone who's just been through all that? You just get used to him being dead easygoing all the time. Poor Mick. His head must be wrecked.
All right, come in. Hiya. Just come for me wages.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I've done a good job at this place, even if I do say so myself.
We've done a good job of it. Yeah, if we could just get my Jackie inside, she wouldn't want to leave it.
How are you going to manage that?
Well, she's determined not to set foot in the place. But I reckon she'll come running if she thinks I'm on my last legs.
Feel any better now? Bit, yeah. See? Told you to do you good. Take your mind off me. You should be glad you're single again. Sometimes wish I was.
Look. I even picked these up on my way round. I was going to suggest to Mick that we go away for a little break after everything he's been through.
Maybe you should go anyway. Treat yourself. Get a bronzy. You deserve it.
Couldn't go away on my own. I'd be bored, Bridget.
Maybe me and Ron could go with you. I mean, I can't remember the last time we even had a day out. We could do the holiday.
Do you reckon you or Ronnie would be into it?
No harm in asking, is there? And he can't refuse me a holiday, can he?
Some dead cheap deals in here. Shame you're not single, you know. We could have gone on an 18 to 30.
Maybe we could go anyway, eh? Tell Ronnie's too old to come.
Can you imagine?
Not really, no. I get paranoid when I go for a bevy. Just imagine if I went away for a week, I'd have kittens.
Only thing about me going away with you and Ron, though, I feel like a right goosecock. I mean, he won't want me tagging along, will he?
Don't be soft. He'd be made up. He really likes you. Hey, and just think, if we take Ron, then we don't need to organise a babysitter for Josh, do we? Me and you can go out by ourselves most nights.
Good thinking. So you're going to tell him, then, that we're all going away together?
You're right, I am.
Could I speak to Jackie, please? Yeah. How are you? It's Carl Banks here. Listen, I'm in Jimmy's. I think you better come over. He's not well.
Tell her I've had an heart attack or a stroke. Anything, just get around, go on.
Yeah, he's had an heart attack. Or a stroke. I'm not sure.
Say I'm in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he's in a lot of pain. He's really suffering.
Ah, Jackie! Oh, I want my Jackie.
Great, right. OK, see you in a sec. Bye.
Well?
She's on her way round.
Nice one, kidder.
I was talking to Jackie Corkill before.
All right. What does she have to say?
Well, I told her what happened at the hospital yesterday. Actually, it's really good to talk to another woman about it. Made me feel better.
Good. I'm glad.
Jackie agrees with me. She doesn't think they should be allowed to get away with it.
We're all agreed on that, love, but what can you actually do about it?
Well, she was telling me her sister took an hospital to court once and won. She gave me the phone number of her solicitor. Apparently, she's really good at dealing with this sort of thing.
Solicitors cost a bit of money, love.
Yeah, but there's no harm in arranging to meet her, is there? I'd just like to know whether or not she thinks we've got a case. Made an appointment for next week.
Next week? It's all a bit quick, isn't it?
Yeah, but I just think anything's worth a try. I feel much better after talking to Jackie, and I think she's right. I'm determined to go ahead with this.
Right, she's here. You answer the door.
I hope she sees the funny side of this.
Listen, once she sees this living room, she'll be that impressed she'll have forgotten why she came round here in the first place. Go on.
Where is he? Jimmy!
Boo!
Oh, you stupid idiot! What's going on?
Don't look at me. It was his idea.
What?
I told him it was sick.
Do you mean there's nothing wrong with you?
Listen, look,
I
it's
don't
work.
believe this.
It's work, isn't it? I've got you round here. Look, what do you think of the living room? Good, isn't it?
Never mind the living room. I could kill you. I've been thinking all kinds on my way round here. I didn't know what state I was going to find you in.
What's with the ambulance?
Well, what do you expect? You made me think it was a death door.
Oh, hey, love, I'm sorry. There's been measures to get you round.
Oh, this is my cue to get off. I'll see you.
Right. Go ahead, Lazarus. What? You go and tell them you've made a miraculous recovery and you've wasted the valuable time. Go on. You tell them. Go on, get out. Hey, I wonder what's going on. That's Jimmy Corkill's house. He's the reason Ron's selling this place.
Is he the one you were telling me about, the smackhead?
Well, he used to be, but I don't think he is now.
God, maybe he's took an overdose or something.
Doesn't look like there's anything wrong with him to me.
What's going on? Long story.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, just a little misunderstanding, you know. Thanks for being neighbourly anyway.
Oh, you're all right. Just had us worried for a minute there.
Oh, yeah, don't be worrying. Fits as a fiddle, me, kid.
Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? Not even a drop of blood. Thought something exciting was going to happen.
Come on. What about the decorating, eh? Done a good job, haven't I?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I must admit, it's very nice. You have done a good job, but what doesn't make up for lying to me like that?
About the three-piece suite and all, eh? With the bits of wood, just like Barry's, only got delivered this morning. Just like the one you wanted out of your Val's catalogue.
Yeah, well, no doubt you didn't have to get it from a catalogue, did you? What have you done with all Sinbad and Mandy's stuff?
It's in the extension. Oh, come on, love, sit down. We're being comfy, this, come on.
Oh, I can't stop. I need to get back to work.
Why are you being like this, eh? What have I got to do?
Hello. And where do you think you're going all dressed up like a dog's dinner?
Me and Janice are going into town for a drink.
Well, you can't, love, not tonight.
Why not?
Well, I got us some tickets for the Philharmonic. It was going to be a surprise.
The Philharmonic? The pub? What's going on there?
No, not the pub. The Philharmonic Hall. It's the big reopening. I thought it'd be a nice night out for us. But of course, you never hurt anybody, did he?
Who's on?
It's the Beethoven concert.
He's dead, isn't he?
That only playing his music, soft girl.
Wasn't he deaf?
Yeah, I think he was, yeah.
Songs can't be up to much then, can they?
Oh, I'm sorry, love. It was really thoughtful of you, but I've already promised Janice now.
I don't mind if you want to go out with Ron, you know.
To tell you the truth, love, I really don't fancy you. I mean, if it was Take That or someone, then maybe, but I don't really fancy Beethoven tonight. You understand, don't you?
Just thought that I'd try and broaden our horizons a little, that's all.
You could still go.
What, and me Todd?
Well, ask Bing. I'm sure he's into this classical music stuff.
Yeah, well, maybe I will.
I'm sorry, love. But you must admit, it was a bit short notice. Do you fancy a nice cup of tea?
Yeah. I'll put the kettle on.
What are you going to tell him about the holiday?
Do you think I should? Did you see how upset he was?
Why not? The sooner you get round him, the sooner we can jet off into the sunset.
Hey, love, you sit down. Make yourself comfy. I'll finish that tea off.
All right, if you insist.
And here, take the paper. Have a read. Sit back and relax, eh?
Do you need anything ironing for tonight, Ron?
Why are you two being so nice? What are you after?
Nothing.
Thinking about getting away?
Yeah. I was thinking of... Actually, Ron, me and Janice have been talking and we were saying it'd be nice if we could all get away, you know, for a little break. Me, you, Josh, Janice.
You what?
Well, you must admit, we deserve a holiday and Janice doesn't fancy going away by herself.
Yeah, well, sounds great, love, but sorry I couldn't really afford a holiday. Not just at the moment.
But I'm earning now and I'm sure we could afford a little package somewhere. We've just been looking at the brochures, haven't we? Those places in Spain, they're dead cheap this time of year, you know, last-minute bargains.
Yeah, I'm sure there are, love, but, well, I couldn't really leave the shop. Not just now. Tell you what, though, if you really fancy a break, maybe we could rent a caravan in Talaka one weekend.
Talaka? North Wales?
Yeah, it's great over there. Beats any of these foreign places by miles.
Yeah, but Ron, you don't get the sun in Wales. Well, not in the autumn anyway. Besides, Spain would be cheaper.
Yeah, maybe it would, but I'm sorry, it's out of the question at the moment.
Katie, can't give yours to a different take. This is doing me head in now.
I'm just working on the end, but I'll be finished in a minute. What do you prefer, this or this?
Oh, I like them both.
Do you think I should finish on something a bit more dramatic?
Oh, don't ask me. You're the professional.
I'll get it. How are you, Mish?
Will you turn that music down? I can't hear myself think next door.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't think it was that loud. It's only about number 3.
Well, it sounds like it's on number 10 in mine. I'm sick of having to put up with your loud music all the time.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't realise it bothered you. You've never said anything before.
I'm telling you now, honey. Just have a bit of consideration, will you?
What's the problem?
The problem is your music. I've got 2 young kids next door.
All right, there's no need to throw a big wobbler, Mick. You only have to ask us to turn it down.
I'm doing that now, aren't I?
Hiya, Mick. Thought I'd pop round, see how you are.
Why? Here to hear the gossip and all, are you?
Sorry?
Or are you here to tell me that it's all my fault? The way I treated that lovely, quiet girl, Jenny.
What are you being like this for?
How'd you expect me to be, Rose? You're Jenny's best mate, aren't you? The one who's so keen to get us together.
You can't blame me for everything that's happened.
Oh, yes, I can. Because you were one of the ones who was constantly encouraging her, leading her on. I could have been killed the other day. My kid's been left without a dad, and still no one believes me. They could let her out in a couple of days, and what's going to happen then, eh? She'll be back here like a shot, and God knows what she's going to do this time.
Mick, you can't go taking it out on other people.
Oh, yes, I can. Because if other people had minded their own business in the first place, then none of this would be happening.
My head is banging.
Well, if you will go out and get yourself legless. Good night, was it?
Not really, no. Janice just kept going on about Mick, didn't she? And when they played I Will Always Love You at the end of the night, there was no consoling her.
Bev, how much longer is she going to be staying?
Just a few more nights, Ron. Just till this Mick business is over. I can't ask her to leave now, can I? Never seen her this upset before. She might do something stupid.
Where did you get this dress? It's gorgeous.
Knock off from some customer at the salon.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah, if you want.
Look at these shoes. Aren't they lovely? They go great with this.
And they are nice.
Hey, don't you be encouraging her to buy any stuff out of that. She's got wardrobes full of clothes upstairs.
I'm sorry, Ron, but I've got to get my commission from somewhere.
Right, so I'll get myself off. Try not to miss you too much.
That's all.
I'll try.
Oh, hey, now that is nice.
Oh, yeah. I could see you in that.
How much is it?
160.
How much?
Oh, it only works out £8 a week over 20 weeks.
I don't like it that much. How long have you been doing that catalogue for?
2 years.
Do you make much money?
Depends how many orders you get. Hey, maybe we should think about having a catalogue party round here. I could drum up a bit of custom.
Loads of people around here be into that.
If I could have it here, I'd split whatever commission I got with you.
Don't talk soft. Sounds like an excuse for a party to me. We'll bin Ron off to the Legion, get the ale in, and have some mates round. We're sorted.
What do you want? I thought I banned you from here.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it was all right to have a quick word with you.
What about?
Hey, it's a shame us two getting knocked out of the running for Grancy's restaurant, isn't it, eh? Wonder where Maxie Farnham got the bread from for that.
Mr. Corkill, could you just get straight to the point? I've got things to do.
Yeah. The thing is, saw Carl earlier on, and he was saying that you've closed down the taxi rank.
What's it to you?
Well, I'll come straight to the point. Thing is, I've got a bit of dosh, you know, stashed away, and, well, been keeping my eye open, you know, for a little business to invest in.
You want to buy the equipment off me?
Well, let's just say I'm interested in talking about it.
Come through to the office. We'll talk about it there.
What are you doing? Wouldn't you like to know, kid?
Janice, I can't see the point in going to travel agents. Me heard what Ron said last week. There's no way we're going away.
Oh, we're only going
town to check out the prices. We might find something dead cheap. Doesn't matter how cheap they are, Janice, he won't go. We'll go without him then. What? Just me, you and Josh on our own. Why don't you give yourself a little break? Leave Josh here with Ron. Why? Go off his mong. Over Leren. It's about time you reminded them who the boss is. You've changed, you know. Turned into a right little Mavis Riley. Doting wife or what?
Janice, I'd love to, but I can't.
Oh, you could at least think about it.
Oh, Rosie, me and Janice, we're throwing a catalogue party in ours tomorrow night. Do you think you could come?
Oh, yeah, probably.
You're welcome and all, Eddie, but I don't really think it's your cup of tea.
I think I'm busy that night anyway, Bev.
You two look very smart. Off anywhere special?
Oh, just going into town.
Oh, you couldn't give us a lift, could you?
Yeah, of course.
Brilliant.
Hey, have you got a stereo in your car?
I have, yeah.
Great, I've got this brilliant tape from Cream. Do you mind if we listen to it on the way? Sounds great with the sounds off.
No, of course not, love.
We're just going into town to check out the holiday prices.
Janice wants to go away.
Oh, don't we all?
Hey, would you mind if your wife went away without you?
Well, yeah, I think so. Depends on where, like.
You'd be glad to go right to me.
Actually, Janice wants me to go away with her, but I just think Ron will throw a minty strop and put his foot down.
Well, you want to put your foot down first. Tell him you're going and there's nothing else to it. I mean, you're only young once, aren't you? That's what I say. Don't you agree, Rose?
Oh, I'm keeping my mouth shut. I've learned not to interfere into other people's business.
Can't do any harm, can it? I mean, they have a cob on for a couple of weeks, but he'll get over it.
You don't give up, you, do you?
Believe me, I know what's best for you. Just stand up to him. He'll come round eventually.
Put it there, mate.
What's up with you?
You are now looking at the new owner of Manor Park Cabs. Just done a deal with Dill. He's going to sell me all the radios, all the transmitters, the lot, and all at a price too good to be true.
Doesn't sound like Dill.
Listen, I'm telling you, mate, this is exactly what I've been looking for. It's the perfect cover to convince my Jackie that I am an ordinary, hard-working fella. I'd even make a couple of bob out of it. I mean, how can she turn me down now? Hey, I'm an house owner and I've got my own legitimate business. What more could she ask for? See you later.
No joy there?
No, he still doesn't want to open up. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Anyway, I've got you these.
What, for me?
I'm so shocked.
Oh, what do you expect? It's the first time you've ever bought me flowers.
Can't be.
Oh, well, thanks very much. They're really lovely.
You're welcome.
So, where are we going then?
Surprise.
Oh, I don't think I could handle another one. I'm still in a state of shock from the flowers.
Listen, do you trust me?
Why?
Just say yes or no.
I suppose so.
Right, close your eyes.
What?
Just close them. Keep them shut. You've got to promise me you'll keep them shut till I say you can open them again, OK?
I promise. Carl, what are you doing?
We're just going for a walk. Don't worry. Won't let you bump into anything.
I feel ridiculous.
You look it.
Where are you taking me?
All will be revealed very shortly. Come on, just round the corner.
I'll see you later.
Right.
Oh, hello, Mick. How are you?
That's fine.
Everything all right, Mick?
Why shouldn't it be?
No, it's just that I noticed the pizza parlour hasn't been open the last couple of days.
Top marks observation. I don't believe this.
That doesn't sound too healthy.
You're on the ball today, aren't you? Oh, this is all I need.
You're going somewhere important?
Yeah, I am, actually. That Jenny's up in front of the magistrates today, and I'm determined to be there. Make sure they don't give her bail.
Yes, of course. Look, if it's of any help, I can run you down there in the Cortina.
You sure you wouldn't mind?
No, of course not.
In that case, I'll be very grateful, David.
Right.
Can you open my eyes yet?
Yeah, go on. What do you think?
Oh, it's Barry Grant's house.
Yeah, that's right.
Is there any particular reason why you brought me here?
Yeah. It's my new home.
Since when?
Since I rented it off Barry. And I'd really like it to be yours and Becca's home as well.
What?
I've been thinking about it ever since we got off holiday. I think me and you should make a go of it again.
Are you serious?
I wouldn't joke about something like this. Look, don't give me an answer right away. Just come in, have a look. See what you think.
I mean, what were they like, Ed? Just didn't want to know, did they?
No, I mean, they were trying to make out that they were all concerned, like, but It was obvious they had no intention of offering any kind of explanation or apology.
Well, they're not going to do that even if they are in the wrong.
You know, when I came out of that meeting, I was just so mad. I mean, I'm not interested in compensation or anything like that. Just the principle of the thing.
I believe you've dealt with this kind of stuff before, Michelle.
Yeah, once or twice.
And so, from what you've heard, do you think we might have a case?
Well, I'd certainly say it was worth looking at.
Really?
But there are other things to consider. You know, I get a lot of people coming to me with regards to medical negligence, all of them with very good grounds for action. But unfortunately, you'll find that most of them fall at the first hurdle.
Which is?
Money. Before we go any further, you've really got to ask yourselves if you can afford this. Now, obviously, we'll look into whether or not you qualify for legal aid.
And how will we find that out?
Well, very roughly, if you take both your salaries, add them together, then deduct your expenses and outgoings, tax, national insurance, council tax, any loans you may have on a car, household bills, shopping bills, everything. If you take all that away, if the figure that you're left with is roughly less than £2,300, then you'll qualify.
And once we've done all our sums, what would you say our chances of success are?
It's impossible to predict what the outcome will be in this sort of a situation. Once we've managed to get hold of all your medical records, we'll then have to find an independent obstetrician who will be prepared to stand up in court and say that the surgery that you received was unnecessary. You know, it's an incredibly slow process. It could take months at the least. You've really got to give it a lot of thought. But then, if you decide that you still want to take action, we'll take it from there.
And if after all these deductions the figure is more than, oh, what did you say?
2,300.
Yeah, if it is, how much does it cost?
For as long as the case lasts, I'm afraid it could be anything up to about £150 per month.
What's taking them so long?
There's nothing to worry about, Mick. Just relax.
Well, I can't relax till I know she's behind bars. You don't think they'll give her bail, do you?
Oh, I can't see it. Not for a moment. Not after what she's done.
Excuse me. Are you Mick Johnson?
Well, how do you know? Who are you?
John Swift.
Swift?
Jeddy's father.
But you said...
Do you mind if I ask you just one question?
What?
What on earth did you do to drive my daughter to act in this way?
You what?
She appears to be having some form of breakdown because of you.
Hey, hang on a minute. Don't go blaming me for any of this. The only reason your daughter did what she did is because she's totally deranged.
My daughter was perfectly fine until she got involved with you.
I really think you should both calm
Hey, now
down.
look. I was never involved with your daughter. She made the whole thing up. She even said you were dead.
You realize, because of the way you treated her, because of these lies you're telling, she could go to prison?
Good. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. If they give her life, that isn't too long for me.
Mick, come on. This is getting us nowhere.
Oh, hi.
Hiya, Pat. We haven't called it a bad time, have we?
No, I was just going to change Alice.
Oh, didn't know you were a magician. Do you get it? Change Alice.
Oh, I see. Come in.
Anyway, we're not going to stay long. We're going out with Peter from the salon tonight. Sure Mac's not in?
No, he's very busy at the restaurant. I've hardly seen him all week.
That's what he's telling you anyway.
Take no notice of her. She loves winding people up.
Did you, want anything in particular?
Oh, yeah, we've come to invite you to the catalogue party at mine tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, you change Alice first and I'll stick the kettle on. Then we'll fill you in with the details.
It's all right in here, isn't it? Mostly got a few bob like.
Yeah, but they're tight with it. They're always crying poverty. They give me the bush.
Oh, it's always the way that, isn't it?
You know, it's on a patch on the way it was when I worked here. I mean, look at the state of that. They're obviously finding it very difficult to cope without me. Tough, eh?
You could live here then.
Oh, I love the house. It's the rest of it I'm not sure about.
Sharing it with me, I mean.
It's not that I don't appreciate what you want to do. It's just a bit of a shock. I think it's going to take a bit of time to sink in. I just don't want to make the same mistakes again.
I don't. Look, I just want to give it another go. I want a second chance. I know I've treated you bad in the past, but I want to give you and Becca everything you deserve. I really want to make it up to you. Look, I wouldn't let you down again, I promise. What'd you say?
I'm going to have to think about it. I can't make a big decision like this on the spur of the moment. We've both got to consider Rebecca.
Rebecca would be here with both of us. She'd love it here.
I know she would.
Just give me a bit of time to give it some proper thought, eh? Oh, nice to get home. I'll put the kettle on, eh?
No, you sit yourself down. I'll do it.
Oh, go on then. Won't argue.
So, how are you feeling now? Did seeing that solicitor make things any clearer?
Yeah, I think so. Although there was a time in her office when I started to think it all sounded like too much of a nightmare. I'm not sure what I want to do now.
Well, I think deep down you know what you want to do. And I think you should go for it. Get yourself back on the rails.
Yeah, you're right. She was really nice, wasn't she, that Michelle? She was on my side, really seemed to care.
Yeah, she was a nice girl. So, if we can afford it, do you think you will take them to court?
Well, if we can get legal aid and that, then I want to follow it through. I want to take this as far as I can.
All rise.
Really suits something like that.
It's not really my,
It's all quality stuff, this, you know, Trish. Quality, but affordable. Spread over easy payments, and that includes free delivery to your door within 48 hours of them receiving your order.
You should try and come, you know, Pat. I mean, we'll have a laugh, won't we? I'm getting loads of ale in. Oh, we'll get a bottle of wine as well, because I know you're partial to the odd glass.
Oh, well, like I say, it all depends, really, you know, whether Max is working, if I can get a babysitter or not. I mean, to be honest with you, I think the chances are pretty slim.
Well, you should get him to come along then. There's plenty of fella stuff.
I think your Max looks like a catalogue model.
Oh, really? Well, I won't tell him then. He's big-headed enough as it is.
Don't you never worry about him working all hours down the restaurant with all those nice-looking waitresses hanging around? But he's a bit of a heartthrob at work, is he?
I don't know, really.
He is a good-looking fella, Max, like. He hasn't been beaten by the ugly stick.
Yeah. Bet he has loads of women throwing themselves at him.
Oh, well, if they do, he's never mentioned it to me.
I'd be keeping my eye on him if I was you. What time's he back tonight?
Oh, not before about 1.
What, you're going to be all on your own till then?
Yeah, well, I don't mind, really. I mean, once the kids are asleep, I might do a bit of reading or something.
You want to come out with us one night? Let your hair down? Don't we always have a laugh when we go out, Bev?
Yeah, we do. We should see her after a couple of Southern Comforts. She's off her head.
Do you remember that night when we went to Plumbers and I pinched that fella's bum? He thought it was there.
Oh, I could have killed her, and she is just lying on the floor in bulk.
And you wouldn't leave it alone all night. God, where's the fellas get their ideas from, eh?
I wouldn't mind, you know, but you should have seen the state of him. He made my Ron look like Brad Pitt.
So do you reckon you'll come out with us or what?
We'll see.
We'll hold you to that. We'll take you out and we'll show you the time of your life.
I must go and check on the kids.
What are you doing asking her to come out with us?
Oh, she seems dead lonely. Besides, I like her. Seems dead nice.
She is, but I still don't fancy a night out with her. I feel like I had to be on my best behaviour all the time.
Hey, we'll have to get down to Max's restaurant one night. Pay him a surprise visit.
Hands off you, he's a married man.
Listen who's talking.
Right, is 329.64.
Oh, yeah, love, I'll get it. Hiya, love, come in.
Hiya.
Oh, hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Carl's not in.
No, I wasn't looking for Carl. I've just been with him now.
Where is he?
He's just gone to work.
Oh, right.
I was just going to make some tea. Do you fancy a couple of...
I wouldn't say no.
Here, sit down, love. Did you want something?
Oh, to be honest with you, I'm a bit confused. Did you know Carl wants us to get back together again?
He did mention it, yeah. I take it you're undecided, then?
I told him I'd have to think about it. A big part of me would really love to go for it. He really seems to have got us act together. I'm just so scared it'll all turn sour again. I mean, we haven't got much of a successful history together, have we?
Well, doesn't mean to say the future has to be the same, does it?
Well, what do you think I should do?
It's not up to me, love.
Do you think I should give it another go?
Only you know the answer to that, love. All I can say is you've both got to be 110% certain this time.
We've heard a great deal lately, in the media and in these courts, about guns and shootings in this city. We cannot be seen to condone anybody who uses a firearm, even in situations where it is claimed to be used for a person's own protection. It is our duty to protect the public from these lethal weapons. However, we've heard from your solicitor of your previous good record and the pressures you were under, and all these things will be taken into consideration on the question of bail.
Janice, love, what are you doing in there? I'm bursting for a wee.
Oh, don't mind me. I've seen it all before.
Hey, you best not be flirting with my fella.
How come you're going out so early?
Well, we thought it'd be a nice night. We go to Sefton first, have a drink in the beer garden while it's still light. Are you nearly ready? Can't be Peter already.
What, Peter the Puff from the hairdressers?
Ron, don't start.
Hey, hang on. You didn't say he was going out with you.
Well, he wasn't meant to be. We just bumped into him in the shops and he invited himself along.
Well, he can just uninvite himself because you're not going out with him.
Ron, don't make a show of me in front of me, mate.
I am not trying to show you up, but I'm telling you straight, you're not going out to pubs and clubs with him.
Who do you think you are, eh? Telling me who I can and I can't go out with. I'll go out with whoever I want. He's me mate.
I don't care what he is. I've got to draw the line somewhere.
Janice, you better go on without me. Aren't you coming?
No, she isn't.
Well, I can't now, can I? He's put me in a vile mood and ruined me night before it's even started.
Right then. See you later.
You can tell Peter my dad wouldn't let me out. You have made an absolute holy show of me.
I've got to put my foot down sometime.
Well, have you? So have I, then. And I've decided I'm going to go on holiday with Janice without you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
All rise.
We have considered what has been said in this court today. However, we find there are substantial grounds to believe that if you were to be released on bail, you could reoffend. There are also substantial grounds to believe you may interfere with a witness. We have considered whether conditions of bail would meet this risk, but in your case, from what we've heard, we believe they would not. Consequently, you are refused bail. We do this not only to protect others, but also yourself. This case will be adjourned, and you will be remanded for a period of 7 days until Friday, the 22nd of September, 1995, at 11 a.m., and until that time, you will be held in custody.
Aye, kid. Hey, what do you think? Do I look the part or what?
I'm coming over here.
How do you mean, Mac?
Mr. Corkill, can I ask you what you're playing at?
Well, what do you think? I'm playing at being a taxi man going about, mate.
In my foyer?
Yeah. Well, cast your mind back a few hours. You may recall you sold me the business, didn't you?
I remember selling you the equipment and saying that you were welcome to approach the drivers to work for you. But I can't recall any agreement about the use of my club.
You what?
The reason why I decided to get shot of the taxi booth was because I thought it brought the tone of the place down. So just pack up your equipment and get shot of it as quickly as you can.
Was he for real then, or what?
Sounded like.
My God, I don't believe this.
Carl, can I have a word?
What are you doing here? Bit of a drink.
Actually, I came to see you.
Well, go on then. Break it to me gently.
Me and Becca would love to move back in with you.
Honest?
Yeah, only this time I'm determined to make it work. This is your last chance, Carl. One false move and I'll be off for good. I'm warning you. I want 110% effort this time. Put your words into action, eh?
I will, I promise. I'll make sure. Oh, I'm made up.
You must be vastly relieved, Mick.
Yeah, but that'll only be another 7 days. We've got to go through that again.
I hope you're satisfied now.
Satisfied? You're joking, aren't you?
No wonder this country's in the state it is when they keep my daughter locked behind bars and the likes of you walk free.
What do you mean the likes of me?
Come on, Mick, let's go.
And let me tell you, we'll be applying for bail over and over again, and they'll let her out eventually, believe me. And I'll do my damnedest to prove you're to blame. You'll see.
Can you believe that?
Just ignore the man, come on.
You don't think they will let her go, do you?
No, I'm sure they won't. They're obviously aware that she's a massive threat to you.
Well, I hope so, David. Because she's got it in for me. It's as simple as that. And if they do let her go, I dread to think what she'll do.